What's up, y'all? It's Shuffle, and we are going to take a look at the gameplay trailer for DD2 the Red Hook put out today. I did a reaction video, so if you want to just see me, lose my crap at it, then go ahead. But in the middle of it, I started trying to analyze it, and I realized I should just make a separate video. So I'm going to go through the video as slowly as possible, and we're going to look at each thing that we can spot, and we're going to talk about what we see. There's some things for the most part, I looked at a lot of it. I've watched this trailer several times at this point, and I still greatly enjoy it. I think it's a really good trailer. Like a lot of the just big pictures, like the battles and stuff, you can kind of tell what's going on. So I'll try and point out some nuance where I see it. But the thing that I really want to freeze on is like the character things and try and like theorize what the moves are, because they happen very quickly, and like having to stop there, and spend time is probably what we're gonna have to do, because otherwise, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, I do love the animated logo. We're gonna pop here to the first part. So this character looks strange. At first I thought this was like a mask, like they had the top half and then this part's a mask, but I didn't realize these were glasses. I thought this was the ancestor at first, because you hear the ancestor's voice. But as we know, there's going to be spoilers in this, by the way, if you haven't played DD1, or you haven't finished it. If you don't care, then keep watching. But we know the ancestor's dead, and like the vessel or the summoner of the heart, or whatever you want to call it. So this might just be a character. It kind of looks like the ancestor, like 10 years later kind of thing, but I'm not sure. Just because it starts talking, like the ancestor starts talking when this guy shows up. So right out into a world undone. I'm thinking that killing the last boss in the first game just screws everything up, and it probably, instead of like what you would think is removing evil from the world or whatever, it just instead just throws everything out the window, and everything starts getting even more corrupted. And it looks like we kind of saw in the Glimmer of Hope trailer, because they talk about you're not cleaning up your backyard anymore, and it looks like the corruption just starts spreading. Instead of being in the hamlet, it's just everywhere. And the first game ends by showing that you're stuck in a time loop, and you may get out of the time loop for these events to happen. I would like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Let's see. So the cart looks fantastic. I did not expect to be this excited about the cart. We're gonna go in slow motion here. But so I thought when they showed us the map, you just pick one or two, and then it would just like drive there itself. But I didn't realize you get to drive the cart. So I guess you just look at the map, and then it gives you these markers to tell you where to go. So this is probably scouted. I don't know what this icon is from here, but you came from something that, I don't know, wasn't scouted. I don't know if you can backtrack. I'm thinking not. And then this looks like you'd have to scout it too, because there's scouting in the game, so you probably just don't know what that is. Play it through. Jump to this side. I love the transition. This is the academic study. This might be a dungeon, honestly, or it could just be like a story significant spot. But we know that there are still dungeons, so you're gonna like go across the map and then dive into dungeons at a certain point, I believe. That's how I interpreted it anyway. So this could be just a story stop, or this could be a dungeon. I could see both. I mean, it looks too nice to be a story stop, but it could, could have been taken over. Who knows? Let's see. What is... Oh. We saw both of these. Okay. I do like that you get to turn the cart and drive and stuff like that. I like the weather. Rain effects look nice. The art style, we were kind of worried about the art style in the static images, but I think in these images it looks pretty good. Like seeing it in motion looks really nice. And we see 3 different biomes so far. This is like the corrupted plague lands or the farmlands or whatever. And then this is the burning city. And then we have the forest. We see all 3 of these repeat with the monsters. But we don't know. I think we're supposed to get a fourth thing, and then the mountain. The mountain's gonna be the end. So I don't know what the other one is. Maybe it's this. Maybe this is the 4th one. I don't know what the name of this is, but this is a forest. This looks way different than the other ones. This is like a more normal thing. This might be the old road. Honestly, this might be the road out of the hamlet. I can see that too. I don't know. I don't see the ancient pitted cobbles, but maybe it's the tutorial area. Then this might be a dream sequence, I don't know, or this could just be for promotional purposes. This This signpost thing, we see this, the crossroads. Okay, maybe that's the fourth one. It could be. Or maybe, I'm not quite sure, because you do have to make choices and stuff. So maybe this is like where you make the choices, is the crossroads. This is probably when you beat an area and it tells you can go somewhere else. And then you pick, you know, which biome you head to. I can see that. Might be its own thing. Okay, so we're into the character stuff. So this is what I wanted to spend a lot of time on. So we have the 9 characters, and then this is how you build your party, I'm assuming. This is the 4 you take with you. I'm hoping you can pick 2 or 1 or 3. You don't have to take that. You don't have to take a full team of 4, just because we want to do challenge runs. It'd be nice to be able to do that. But looking at these skills, I want to try and decipher what these are. So I see this is probably Noxious Blast. It looks like Blinding Gas because it affects their eyes. This is probably Incision, but instead of bleed damage, it's Blight now, so Plague Doctor just doesn't have like split damage. This looks like Battlefield Medicine. This I'm not sure of. This looks like Plague Grenade. This might be Buff Vapor, so she might get her camp skill that heals in battle too. That'd be interesting. I have no idea what this is. Might be disorienting or something like that. This looks like a disease cure. Might be, I don't know if you have camp skills anymore in this. This here, we see this weird like buff thing, or this, we see this with Grave Robber and I think Man-at-Arms. They have like their portrait as a skill, and I'm not quite sure what that is. But we have that. This looks like Rain of Blight. This is probably like a full team Blight Cleave. Maybe, I don't know. I think of like Rain of Blood with Flagellant, and since they worked well together, maybe this is her version of it. I don't know. But she had another, this might not be a disease cure. She has something like Indiscriminate Science, I think was the move. Like she had a weird name for an ability, and this might be it. I don't know what this would do then. I think it's a disease cure, but who knows. And we can see their starting quirks. So they get 1 positive, 1 negative. I don't know what these do yet, obviously, but I like the, instead of the gold and red, I like the yellow and blue, like counteracting thing. I think it looks much nicer because red, you know, red just kind of hits you in the face. But so we still have the positional thing to show us who can target where. I need to, I'll show it on screen. I'm gonna tab out to find it real quick. Schwarthog in my Discord made a very cool image. I'll find it later, but they took this image and they pointed out what every single thing was, so I'll put that on screen while I'm doing this. And yeah, you can look at that. You can pause it if you want to, but I think it was pretty cool. Looks like we can random something, probably a random name, that we can change the name ourselves. This looks like probably the character sheets, and I forget what this is, but let's see. Who's next? Grave Robber. Grave Robber. Looks like Pick to the Face, Throw Dagger, Flashing Daggers, Poison Darts. Absinthe instead of Toxin Trickery. This is like a self-heal, they said in the PC Gamer article. This is a new move. I don't know what this is. This looks like a dagger melee attack. This looks like lunge. This is probably, I don't know if this is Shadow Fade or like just a get back move. It looks like her foot bouncing off something. I can't quite tell. This I thought was interesting. I don't know what this is. This looks like a taunt. I think taunt is a mechanic in this game. And so if she can taunt an enemy to attack her and then give herself a dodge token, because we have the token system now, I could see this being some kind of thing like, hey, attack me, I'm gonna dodge the next attack, and then like take the heat off the rest of the team. And you see the other thing I was talking about, like there's another character portrait ability. I don't know what this is. I don't think it's passive either. Okay. Sip on some water. I think we're not gonna get all of these skills right away. Misses the mark. Interesting. So I think this is a lot of his skills look different. Like for the first two, we can kind of tell what everything was, but this I think this is Wicked Slice, Point Blank, Duelist Advance, Tracking, or some kind of self buff. This might be Tracking Shot too. This might be Pistol Shot. This could be Pistol Shot as well. I'm not sure what this is. This might be Grape Shot. This could be Open Vein or some other new bleed attack. This might be another like Grape Shot type of thing. And then I know, let's see. This looks like a token. I think this is like a, oh, I think I might be tripping. I'm pretty sure I read something that he has an attack called like Blood Money or something. This looks like Blood Money, and I think he steals tokens from the enemy. I don't know. It could be I've just consumed so much information at this point that I just misremembered something, but I vaguely remember reading that. And then we have whatever this is. This looks like honestly, it looks like a camp skill. We have the pistol and the knife together. Whatever that build was, it's more frontline focused. So I have Man-at-Arms. It looks like they're trying to fix his head, so it's not as tiny, which I'm appreciative of. This looks like Crush, Rampart, Guard, Bolster, potentially. This looks like a taunt move, Bellow, some Retribution, perhaps. Then we have Command. This might, I don't know what this is. This is probably like a block token generator. I don't know what this move is. You know, he's just moving. Looks like some kind of movement ability. And then we have what looks like Bellow too. Like, did Bellow get power creeps? I don't know. This could be a taunt as well. This could be like a self buff. This could be a taunt. This could be like a block token generator. So I could see that. Man-at-Arms like abilities make the most sense so far just by looking at them. We do get to see Hellion before she goes. Okay. So we have, can I like freeze frame it like just a second before? Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna get. Slayer of Plague Eaters, so we get tribal quirks, squeamish. I don't know what that is. This looks like Revel, so it kind of feels like they get their camp skills with their regular skills. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So Hellion, no backline moves, and whatever this setup is. Do we have Iron Swan? Does she not have Iron Swan? Because look, we have no, we have like one thing that targets rank 4, I think. Because this would be empty like this one, if not. So she might not have as much reach as she did in the first game. This is probably Wicked Hack. This might be Wicked Hack as well. Maybe Yop, if it bleeds. Not sure what this is. Maybe Adrenaline Rush, or this could be Adrenaline Rush. One of Hellion's barks, like one of her comments, is she says she'll eat someone's heart. This could be that. This looks like if it bleeds, almost because the if it bleeds graphic was that, like she would hit down with like a blood splatter. I'm not sure what this is. Like I said, this looks like Rebel, and then I don't know what this is, but Hellion looks great too. I was worried about her because we hadn't seen her for so long. All right, so the animations, I think they look fantastic. Leopard using a two-handed sword, swinging it one-handed. Not quite sure what that's about. The damage numbers are much smaller than we expected, so maybe it just scales differently with trinkets and stuff. But I did like seeing this. Just a little in-between animations, because the first game was just like frame A and then frame B, and then it'll go back to like idle pose. And now we actually have full animation that goes through, which looks really nice. Picks up the sword, twists it. We have a move resist thing here, so whatever this move is, potentially moves Leopard backwards, which would be very devastating to him, because usually he wants to be up front. Regardless, he does apparently move himself potentially with whatever this attack is. Look at that, dude. It looks so good. Hearthlight, this is Runaway, using one of her new moves. This looks like a Cleave, because it's hitting a couple things at the same time. So Runaway's moves all, they explain what they did in the PC Gamer article. I can't, like I said, too much information. I can't remember what all of her moves do offhand. I just know a couple that she has. This team is stressed the hell out. This looks like maybe the fire dot, potentially. But this team is pretty beat up. All the enemies have gone. So we don't get the little cool gold bar indicators anymore to see whose turn's coming up. I don't know what this is. Is this like Vulnerable? Kind of reminds me of Slay the Spire. Like Vulnerable was like a cracked heart icon where he took more damage. And I don't know if this is the same thing, but I didn't notice that till like right now. We also can't see the, okay, I was gonna say, we can't see the interface here, but it looks like it pops up. So it goes away and comes back. That's actually pretty nice. In the first game, it just sat on screen the whole time, which was fine. But this time it kind of like comes in and goes, which really gives you more of an immersive feel. So we have, I'm assuming this is Pass. Pass is no longer this sliver of a button that no one knows exists until you play it for, you know, enough time. Then this looks like regular movement. Then we have 5 skills. Well, there's like a half frame here. I think the editor just forgot to, okay, no, it's here. Let's say, I thought the editor just didn't cut it close enough, which thankfully they didn't. So we have Lunging Cup. This here, this is, they talked about having stories in the game, like the characters' backstories, so we don't have to go look at comics, you know, on Red Hook's page or the wiki, which is very awesome. So we get to see what the characters' backstories are in game. So this is going from more of a it's probably got the same like atmospheric approach that the first game had, but now it's really trying to be more story driven, because the first game did have story, but it had long droughts in when you got the story. You got like the big cutscene at the start, got some explanation at the start, you know, when you looked at town. Then you get some story when you fight the bosses. And if you're not fighting bosses and doing like the endgame missions or Crimson Court, you're not getting story. When you're just doing regular dungeons, you don't get told anything. So it's kind of easy to lose track of the story. But it looks like they're just going to throw story at us the whole time now, which I like a lot. But this is Dismas' backstory, I'm assuming. So he probably breaks out of jail. These look like jailers. We can see this is the speed stat right here. I'm very confident this is speed. So we have speed, HP, all of their stats here. We don't get to see their moves, which I'm a bit sad about, because I would like to see what the enemy's moves are, because there's already enough information you had to keep track of in DD1. So being able to see what they could do without having to remember every single thing was kind of nice. But here, lunging cuff, this is like a dash punch, I guess. Can we put people in positions? Okay, so like, it's not that if... Okay. So in the first game, if someone dies up front, your whole team moves forward. Can we leave them in the back now? Can we just put someone in rank 4 and they're constantly in rank 4 despite no other teammates being here? I think that'd be pretty cool. Or maybe this debris could serve as a, like whatever's keeping him back here, and then he's gonna use lunging cuff to go past this. So we have lunging cuff, looks like there's no 5% hit cap bonus, so it just says 100%. And we do 3 to 5 and forward 3. Yeah, forward 3. Okay. Then we have the rock too, and then this looks like a knee attack. We have the time bar up here. So I don't know if this is gonna be something for having less people. They get more actions, which would balance it out, which is pretty nice. This might be a virtue right here. I'm not sure what the symbol is. This looks like a buff symbol, but maybe it's a virtue. I don't know. And then we have because why would a buff symbol be here and then we have another symbol down here? Like, they should be together. But what would make sense is having a virtue symbol be there, if virtue's still a thing. Looks like he has a block token. Oh, it gives him a block token right here, because you're gonna see him get a block token when he does this. So we're gonna lunge into this dude. But like I said, having multiple actions would be pretty nice to balance out having less people. It also makes challenge runs more fun. So like, if you take solo Leopard but you get 2 actions instead of 1, that could actually be fun to do. Oh my god, that dude gets duffed in the face. Goodness. All right, so we have lunging cuff, hitting for the 5. We high rolled. We're up front now. Then he gets the block token. This is probably a token too. This might be like a dodge token. So this is Jester. His mask isn't like half and half the whole time. Okay, I don't know if they took this criticism from some other people, but I know Squids had a statement about this. He didn't like that the characters look too pristine, because in the other screenshots that we've seen lately, their outfits look just like immaculate, but they're supposed to have survived hell, and now they're here. So we have Jester now has patches. I'm pretty sure he did not have the patches in his clothing in the first screenshot, so they're adding more detail here. That looks really nice. So Echoing March, this is some kind of, oh, this is a pull attack, I think. We're gonna see it. Jester looks really good, dude. But he's got like some buffness here. He's hiding it. He skips leg day, but he's hiding the buffness in the upper body. This pulls. So this was supposed to pull them forward, but they resisted. They also have a debuff here. So okay, that first thing I was talking about, that's not a virtue then. But we're back here with the vulnerable thing. So this is a debuff. This looks like the burn dots from Runaway. So what is this? This has to be a token. What token is that? So it has to be like tokens around the bottom. Like it lasts, this looks like it has a charge because it's got 1 dot. This probably lasts for like until you get hit, like battle long or something like that. You'd have to have someone take it off. But these are the Plague Eaters. They talked about them before. I forget which is which. I know there's like the meat cart, which is here, and like the dog or the goat. And then I think this is the maid. Might be the queen, I can't remember, or the lady. And so this is an interaction. This is the, what is it? The, what's it called? The relationship system here. So these two already have a bad relationship because obviously we have the blue thing here. And it looks like it could just randomly happen after turns, which is Gonna suck because Affliction RNG was already very frustrating because every little thing that happens, someone gets yelled at. But they like move forward. It's kind of like graphic novel at this point. Up to your usual tricks. He's being so mean. He gives you, like, we know these two are best friends. All right, we have the king and his court jester in the first game. We have Battle Ballad to fix his crappy accuracy, and now they're fighting. Feels bad. Care for your companions, I will. Okay, so this here, you're about to see a huge misplay. Oh. Let's just go through it. Someone said this is a reference, like an Easter egg to the first game, and it kind of does look like the manor from the first game, which is pretty funny. So this is the inn, which is what you're trying to get to in each biome. It's kind of like the checkpoint. Look at these just random drawings. They look very stressed out though. He's so over it. So this is an item you can use during stress activities. I love this little thing here. Because they're talking about how they gave him in battle, like the idle animations and stuff, where you click Wicked Slice, Dismas pulls out his knife or he gets it ready. So just these little things really do help the game feel alive. And I love that. I love it so much. So we're giving, this is like our inventory here, all items or whatever, and we're giving him some kind of stress healer, which is pretty nice. But here's the misplay. Man-at-Arms has 2 stress. Grave Robber has 3. We're giving it to Man-at-Arms. What's up with that? God, he looks like he enjoys, like, oh, thank goodness. Honestly, with what's happening in the game and like the world at large, I would probably be sitting like this too. I don't have enough attitude to be as posh as Audrey, but I would definitely be this person or this person here. So we're upgrading the stagecoach. Looks like, oh, you turn in items for it, don't you? Okay, so it'll be like the upgrades are in here, and these are the items you have to give them. Because I was wondering what the boxes are for. These could be supplies. That's what it could be. It could just be like a box of like nails or something. I don't know. But so we have, looks like we're giving them a torch and a box of stuff to make a crow's nest. Oh, we can name the stagecoach? It's called The Last Hope. Okay. Someone asked on Twitter if you can name the horses, and Brassa said you can if you want to. I don't know if he was just joking or if there's like an actual name bar for the horses. But the horses definitely need names. So we're gonna build this. Scouting Chance comes back. Very upset. Scouting Chance was not a. It was a too powerful mechanic in the first game. So hopefully it's not as beneficial this time. But scouting all nodes. I mean, I'd do it. It would help, right? I mean, it's a pick or route. This is cool. So I don't know who this is. I think they said who this is actually. I can't remember. We can kind of see the buttons under the YouTube player here. But we know the currency. This is gold. These are mastery points or like coins that you give to upgrade your skills. I think these are like occult stuff. I forget, like insight. Gosh, I have to look at my old video. I think we figured out the name, or like we understood that like you give them like lore to get whatever this is. So you get to pick your routes. So we have the folder or foller. I don't know what this word is. I love the text or like the font, but I can't read what this is. This looks like the Plague Eaters because you have, you know, body parts, and looks like there's a modifier, and you get to pick. You have to deal with like a challenge there to get mastery points. So we have complete this region without any upgrades mounted on the stagecoach. That means, can you take them off? Like, you know, could you go into the region and then take it off, like unequip it so you can meet the challenge? That'd be nice. Then we have the Tangle. This is probably the forest. This is definitely the forest realm. We have Grave Calling, whatever that is. That's whatever, you know, event. Win a cultist battle for 3. So I don't know if the cultist, if that's like just the regular faction of like the flame dudes you fight, or if the cultist thing is when the torch goes out, you're supposed to get attacked by cultists, and you get one more chance to stay alive. You have to win that hard fight. And then if you can win that fight, then you can keep going. They said it gives you like a little bit more torch, because the torch is kind of like the hope, and if it goes out, you're done. So does that mean you could snuff the torch, win this battle, get 3 tokens for mastery? That would be pretty sick. I like those ideas. We're gonna skip ahead here. You pick where to go. Ghoul comes back. Ghoul looks insane. Look at Ghoul's been hitting the gym, dude. Look at these arms. My goodness. It's got kind of some bone armor now too. Because everyone's always asking, like, why does Ghoul have protection? You know, just skin and a loincloth. Well, now it's got bone armor, okay? As time has gone on, they have gotten smarter. Kind of looks like Attack on Titan. I think someone said that in my comments. Like, they got an Attack on Titan vibe, and I'm definitely seeing it right here. I definitely feel that. So, Hellion not running away. Good. Occultist getting absolutely brain blasted here. Jester just getting Thanos snapped. They have Ghoul with Howl, though. Ghoul's already a jerk. So these are all cleaves, which, you know, I hate cleaves, so I'm glad the trailer's just all cleave attacks. Thank you, Red Hook. Really cool. This looks like it hits really hard. Because we're seeing people with like 30 HP, 40 HP, stuff like that, with the squishier characters. I think Leopard's up at 60. So this, for all intents and purposes, looks like it hits pretty hard, and it doesn't scale down as it goes through the party, which is scary. So these are the Plague Eaters. I think this is the biggest ones, like the Lord or something. Look at Leopard again, just tanks this. He just face tanks. Look at this man. This absolute unit, dude. Because that was the funniest thing in the first game. He gets hit and he's just like... And so they made the T-pose mod, you know, to make fun of it too. He's doing the same thing. Look at this. Oh god, we're getting hit. Ow. And then, yup. Come at me. Perfect. More cleaves. Cleaves are impressive visually, I guess. So this looks like a boss. I know that... We know that Ghoul's a regular enemy. We know this is a regular enemy. This looks like a boss, because we've seen a lot of cultists so far. We have not seen this dude. So I would not be surprised if this is the cultist boss, Thanos snapping everyone again. Very cool that we keep seeing this effect. But we can tell it's a cultist because it's kind of like got the... I don't know what to call them. Like, I guess they are cultists. Maybe we call them fanatics. I don't know. I don't know what the proper name for them is going to be, but we've been calling them cultists so far. And he's got all the tags and stuff. So, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like some tie-in with Runaway since she's fire-based too. Burning Bright. Oh, look at that. Okay. So he's actually on like a pedestal or a platform. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can pause it the last second. Okay. Look at, he's on something here. Looks like, does this boss move you? Because look, Leopard's in third, and he's on whatever this is. This is like a podium. Like an actual like sermon podium or something. So this is really... Because in the first game, the flame was considered the religious thing. This is really starting to look like the church is just falling apart, and that's why Crusader and Vestal aren't in it. And I would not be surprised if the church has been corrupted the whole time or unknowingly serving the Heart of Darkness. And now we're at this point. I could totally see that. This kind of stuff just makes it feel even closer to that. This looks like a Dark Souls enemy, and that is fantastic. Oh, it's a Flamberg. I think Thick was freaking out about this. But this looks amazing. This is a very cool looking enemy. This is something where you can tell the damage has definitely been lowered a bit, because this looks like it should hit for 20. Like, Hellion's just getting straight, like, huge, wide swing cleaved right here, and she takes 10. Biting Blade. This looks like a bleed attack too, because of the red thing, which Red Hook did this a lot in the first game, where things that, like, would bleed you would have, like, a red after effect, so you could tell, like, you get another visual cue to see what it's doing. But I think this is a boss. We haven't really seen the forced enemies now that I think about it, but I would not be surprised if this was a boss, or at least a size 2. There's things behind him. We can see the rest of the party here, but I don't know. It looks like a size 2, and these are just 2 other people, but we'll see. Okay, we did actually see that right at the end, huh? Oh, they're undead. They're definitely undead. This is a boss battle, right? Because this is showing you how many fights are in the area, and this is like a red one instead of the blue one. So if this is a red node, I'm certain this is a boss. I'm certain. Unless, I don't know. I'm gonna stop looking at it. But Leopard getting his face melted off. This is a really funny freeze frame here. But he's still doing the really cool pose. These are the regular fire cultists that we've been talking about. Looks like Unclean Giant came back, felled the tree. I hate Giant. Giant's got some years put on him now, but stupid Giant. Run away getting decked. Accelerant, this looks like another boss. Or maybe a size 2. I don't know. But they're burning themselves. And he's gonna punch us in the face. Or fire cultists. Oh, that flaming lasso. Why are they in chains? I didn't notice it at first. They're like the fire effect comes off these and they're chained. Does that mean they can't move? Or like, is it some kind of mechanic where like you chain 2 people together and they both take damage at the same time? I don't know. Looks like another boss. This is the forest area in the background. So blood commune. This thing just looks cool. Thick said this was something. I forget what he called it. He had a name for it, but he showed me a picture. Like it's some kind of old like 1950s thing. Or it could be a reference to that. But this enemy looks pretty crazy. I'm pretty certain this is a boss. Maybe that night thing wasn't a boss and this is a forest boss. But it's got the stress crown. It's got armor. And then it's got like a tentacle kind of outfit too. This might be like some kind of eldritch monstrosity. And Man-Arm's getting hit in the face. Looks like they fixed Man-Arm's head a little bit too, which I've been talking about. Yeah, that's the end of it, right? Yeah. The ending logo looks fantastic. I love this font. I'm hoping that when the game comes out, in terms of like being a content creator, I can get a hold of the font because the font looks amazing. But that's the end of the video. So that's the breakdown here. And it went a bit longer than I expected. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to this. I will be streaming it day 1. I'll try and make some videos as quick as I can as well. As I said before, if you're going to purchase the game on Epic, then use code SHUFFLE in all caps. And then it doesn't raise your price, and I get a little bit of that too. So if you want to help me out, go ahead. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. More news as it comes out. I plan to make one more Darkest Dungeon 1 video, which is my final thoughts on the game. I was going to make it today, but then all this stuff happened, so I'm going to work on that maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.